Yar, it's me. It's Pirate Ninja, Knight Spy Woolen. Hello, welcome back. Yeah, we're doing another random wacky Woolen loadout today. Very, very good. Really good, lucky with this one. I'm in the mood again, once more, as I said. But we went onto the site to do a little random loadout. Happened to come up with a really nice looking little loadout here. Actually, we should probably be using the Cosa Nostra cap and the Rose, because they're in the set. But anyway, gives us a chance to actually use the new Enforcer. It has like a couple of bug fixes, as I've mentioned in a previous video and went over, so it could be a bit of fun. This is actually quite a fun looking little loadout. We'll hop onto a pub and see how it actually plays out. Well, hello there, welcome back. I'm not sure quite what we've joined into here, but we're going to be playing some Upward apparently. Quite like Upward, definitely like probably my second favourite payload map behind Badwater. And the loadout we've got isn't exactly perfect for it. It's alright, but not perfect. This kind of map, I really want the mobility. Normally these days I'd run like L'Étranger and Inves on it, just to be able to get around faster. They're big open sightlines. This kind of loadout, I think, isn't necessarily bad by any means. It's probably really good on maps like King of the Hill, where if your mobility is low, you know, if you're only crossing from like here to that cart most of the time, like most King of the Hill sizes are, Viaduct, Egypt, etc. The lower cloak duration of the Cloak and Dagger isn't that big of a deal. It is kind of on Upward. We're going to have to be a bit smarter than usual and try and cut way more corners, wait a little bit. Here, their team's probably not going to check the corner. Why would they? Why would there be a spy here? So we're going to have to use our brain. Shorter cloak duration, that's fine. We're just not going to travel as far. And then that way we're going to get a nice little series of combo picks. I don't know how smart these players are. Based off the fact that the Heavy completely ignored the Demo Knight jumping behind means that I'm instead going to Butter Knife drop his... Never mind, he's going to just use his Medigun. What a smart player. Normally they're just like, nah, Spy's never going to try and Butter Knife me 3 times and they drop. I was not expecting that at all, to be honest, but that's fine. What a smart player, by the way, would have done is they would have heard their team dying over there and looked for a spy. He didn't do that. He also didn't notice the Demo Knight moving, so that's perfectly fine. What we're going to do is we're going to try and bait the Pyro to chasing a spy up here, and then go somewhere completely different, because that's how you play this class. And by somewhere completely different, I mean down here. And what I'm basically doing is I'm trying to wait for big classes. This loadout's kind of shit to be used as like a general fragger. What I really want to do is get these kind of Demo Man, Sniper, Butter Knife picks. Where are you? That's not how that's going to work. But yeah, I'm playing this as a pick class. This is the pick loadout if you want. The Enforcer, as I've said in the last Enforcer, very short, like little guidey video, is that it's been buffed now to be really good at piercing certain one-single targets. If you're fighting, say, a Razorback Sniper or a Vaccinator Medic, or a Natasha Heavy, a perfect pub to actually be in to show off the Enforcer. It's really good for picking off those individual targets. So that's what we're going to do. We're not going to run around in general and just murder people like we're playing Gun Spy or even Stock Spy to an extent. With that loadout, you know, the revolver and the knife and everything, you can just kind of run around and pick off what you want. What we're going to do here is we're flimsy small people. We only have 100 health. We can't go very far. We need to stay in one area. Try and use like little bits of map knowledge to our advantage, like how you can stand on an edge here or here, just to make sure we don't get hit, and then wait for those key targets to come in. To be honest, this Huntsman Sniper's probably killing more than anyone else. The Heavy, did he see us? No? Let's go back to the exact same position we were in, because he spy-checked that area. No point in moving to a different one. Oh, nope. He did turn around. Okay, that's fine. Normally, if you, like, decloak like I did there, expecting... Like, I thought he'd spy-check there and saw us. There was no point in us finding a new location, because he checked that location, and players typically, once they've spy-checked an area once, they don't have to check there again, like what I just did. I just did that myself. I checked outside the spawn, and then kept walking my merry way. I didn't expect there to be a spy to show up. Fortunately, there wasn't one. But that's a genuine spy tip, which I haven't really mentioned that much. I've made, like, what, 150 commentaries? But I don't think I've ever really mentioned that, is players are really good at having patterns, and they're really good at being lazy. If someone assumes an area is safe once, they're going to assume that that area is safe, like, almost forever. Like, that's what I thought the Heavy there had done. Our mistake there was, what I thought was, I'm going to use the speed boost there to get up to the Heavy before he notices me, thinking he was a bit, you know, inattentive, I guess is the nice way to say this. But he actually heard pretty quickly and murdered us, which was my mistake. Now I know for the future, if I'm playing against that Heavy, is to just run at him straight. Like, he probably wouldn't have turned around if we'd gone straight for his stab. Oh, we're disguised so they can see us through spawn. Us crouching, staring over the corner probably gave us away as a spy. That's why I cloaked there. They don't see you through the walls if you're cloaked, of course. I don't know where their team is, by the way. What I was doing is I'm continuing my idea of waiting for those big picks. I haven't seen any of these big picks. I'm seeing this Sniper. We could two-shot him. Now he's low enough, I'm going to actually pull out my knife and butter knife him. If he goes below 40, this is me. It's not the smart idea, this is me. If they're below 40, I'm gonna butter knife them. That's the world I'm living in right now. Unfortunately, maybe, but... Typically, if they're like 40 to 60 HP, I'll just shoot them. This guy here is not paying attention. That's pretty good for us. Normally people will hear that. If you decloak right next to them, they'll be like, oof. You gonna hear this, Pyro? He's not. Backstab or knife? Backstab. Sure. That could have been a knife. That could have been a gun situation. Did I say backstab or knife? I meant backstab or gun. That could have been a gun situation. We could have 3-shot him there. We had 127. That's perfectly normal situation. Normally, I don't expect to catch up to people, even if they're in close range. If I think I can 3-shot them, I'm going to 3-shot them. That means I have my entire clip. I can miss half of it and still get the pick, assuming they don't just murder me. And they don't tend to. Little action. Where's the spy gone? Has it gone up to the health pack? He must have, right? Because that's where he went last. No, I turned around and went the other direction. Wild, I know. This medic, do you think if we... Oh, good thing he didn't bump us. What do you think he's doing? You think he's going to drop down there and go and heal his team in the choke? Or he's going... Ah! Good thing. This gives me a very short topic to talk about. This spot up here, I've always called the Signy spot. I'm just going to decloak and run at him. It's because this is where Signy used to stand as a sniper in Prem. This is the box. If you're playing sniper... Let's wait for this to go away. Give it 2 seconds. You can snipe through here as a sniper. You can actually shoot down. You see how I can see their health? Since I can see their health, it means that I can shoot a bullet through there. That's how this game works most of the time, like 98% of the time. You can stand there and it's really, really broken. Do it in pubs, do it in competitive, it's not banned. Go do what you want. I'm not going to fight you. I have 100 health. He can one-shot me. This is the downside. The 100 health and the big earner, like, I'm hitting that threshold way faster. It doesn't seem like a big deal with, say, the miniguns and stuff. You know, you'll just die 25% faster. That's not that big of a deal. With the, the rocket launcher, the scattergun, the grenade launcher, the 3 most popular weapons in the game, for the 3 most popular classes, typically you're going to see, you'll get 1-shot. The difference between getting 1-shot and 2-shot is, 100%. So it's a huge deal. People who use the big earner and haven't really used the other stuff don't really tend to think of it as big of a deal, and they just typically consider dying to be inevitable. It doesn't have to be. If I'm running around a spy, I expect to be on like 20 health a bunch of the time. It's just inevitable. He knows how a spy works. I need to remember that for my head. I thought he was just running around like M1ing people. He clearly knew what spies were doing. I was going to be like an idiot there and do one of those things where you jump on their head and click. Known as a store stub, I believe, in French. But I need to remember I should just shoot him in the future. This is what you do, by the way. You categorize players. I know on their team, I didn't notice his name, to be honest, but I need to remember his name. He's wearing a little beanie hat on Pyro. You need to categorize people so you know how to deal with them. This medic has been spy checking. He knows what a spy is. The Demo Knight is probably fine. He's running around with the Iron Bomber and his nice little pirate loadout. Whereas, the heavy from before seems a little bit less clever. So what I need to do is either completely ignore that Pyro or wait for him to be on like 100 health and then murder him. This guy here has got a gibbous on, so I'm going to assume he's not got his speakers on. The assumption worked out. Doesn't always work out, obviously, but as you play through a match, as you continue to play through a Highlander season even, you'll learn players and you'll learn how their methods. And by the way, this is like a genuine tip if you're playing competitive. As you play through the seasons, you will just learn certain people and how they play. You'll learn that certain snipers never turn around to decloaks and certain snipers always do. And you can use that to your advantage and kind of pick your loadouts and playstyles based off of them, or the team. Oh! A really good prediction pipe that also really well showed off the exact 20% bonus you get when you're invis. We had 100 health, took 80 damage from a pipe that normally does exactly 100. Wonderful stuff. It also means, as we're on 70, we'll die to a pipe unless we get another health up. Also, actually, a tip-laden video today. You can use your invis as a dead ringer. By which I mean is, if there's a pipe coming at you, just quickly cloak, and you will get that 20% bonus. And then you won't immediately die. So there you go, an actual useful tip. Is if there's a Demo Nan running at you, even if you're not decloaking to be sneaky, you can decloak for the bonus, and then survive and be good. Don't shoot your fire. Oh, he accidentally hit me with 1 particle and killed me, yeah. So what I was doing there is, instead of running to safety, I was assuming he was going to chase me and think I was going for the health pack. Instead, he stayed around and spy checked. So I need to remember that for my head, because some players, you can kind of categorize them as chasey and game sensey, but maybe not correctly game sensey. Very awful label for it, but basically what I mean is they assume every player does the same thing. Like, I mean, he knew I was going to go for a stair stab, maybe. That's normally like a blind stair stab people normally completely ignore. Oh! Nice stuff, man. Oh, Fang. He's doing good. We'll need to remember him. But he is going to go to the exact same location. We're doing the thing that I just discussed, is kind of blindly categorizing people. He likes his patterns. He's a real, he's clearly like a pretty good player. Like, he's good player. But, he did something good. So as a human being, he tried to repeat the action by doing the exact same thing again. So by which I mean is, I saw him go around that corner, so I knew he was probably going to go back there, so I stayed up top to shoot him. I didn't leave the sight line, because from that sight line I could shoot him from where I thought he was going to go. But the gibbous pyro from before who killed us there, some players just assume, hey, it's a spy, he's going to run for the health pack. So I thought he was just going to mindlessly chase me to the health pack, and he didn't. He stayed around and spy checked me, which is why I died. I wouldn't have died had I have run for the health pack. So now I need to remember for that gibbous pyro in the future is, regardless of if I'm invisible or not, I should just run away. Like, disguise around the corner, sure, maybe he won't shoot me, but he probably will. I should just run away as quickly as I can, because I can run faster than him. I'm a spy. I run like 20 hammer units faster, or whatever. So unless he pulls out his power jack, he's not going to beat me. And, I don't know, based off how he's been playing, I don't know if he's likely to be doing that. Bad idea, my friend. I own the underground. Of course, the Enforcer has no damage down. It's just a slower firing speed. So if you just want to use it, it's perfectly fine now. To be honest, I think the revolver is just better all of the time. The only difference is if you're really playing against a Fist of Steel Heavy, a Wrangler, or a Vaccinator Medic that you want to deal with, that's when you should definitely use the Enforcer. Or a Razorback Sniper. If he's using the Razorback, he's not on 125, so it doesn't matter. But obviously you can two-shot them. That's when you want to use the Enforcer. Most of the time I think the stock is just straight better, because it just does more damage since it fires faster. If you hold down your left click on a Heavy with the Revolver, it takes 6 shots to kill him. If you do the same thing with the Enforcer, it'll still take 6 shots, but those 6 shots will come out much... Oh, he turned around. He's a much better player than I thought. He has like his speakers on, like, pretty high. Normally people wouldn't hear decloaks like that. Like, the other Pyro did not hear us, but he did. So I need to remember that he's also, like, not listening to really loud Toho music. He's probably listening to, like, really quiet, like, Metallica music, probably. Do you think Fang likes Metallica? I'm not sure. He seems like a good boy, so maybe he's more of a Rat-a-tat boy. We like Rat-a-tat quite a bit here. But I'm going to have to keep that in my mind as well, is I can't just decloak like an idiot if he's around. Even if I can kill other people, he'll be the one to stop me from getting the picks. Oh, the Heavy collar as well. The Heavy's their top scorer, so I need... Oh, there you go then. The Hatless Heavy, who I've, like, you know, been categorizing as not doing very well. Maybe he's not as spy-brained as the others, but he's still doing good for his team, so here's the clear target I should be going for with this pick loadout, as we've been doing. Like, it's a random loadout, to be honest. I doubt I'd really be using this that much. I really think if you're using the Cloak and Dagger, I personally prefer having the more health of just using the Spicicle and the survivability of not dying to Pyros while you're invisible. Like the Pyro from before, the good one, the Fangboy. If we'd have had the Spicicle, there's like maybe like a tiny % chance we would have survived. Nice spy checking, man. There's a tiny chance we would have survived had we just gone invis and gotten rid of his fire. What I'm doing here, by the way, I know I'm running around with a Cloak and Dagger. If you're invisible, status effects go away faster. Yeah, I mean, people know this at this point, but while I was flashing constantly, obviously, it was to get the duality off quicker. That Pyro spy checked us and walked past us, so while he's got unusual hats on, maybe he's not as aware as the others. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand up in a stupid place, no one's going to assume I'm in, and wait to see if someone comes here that I need to kill. Because I only have 50 health, I'll die in one shot to literally everything. What he's doing is he's sitting his computer and just clicking in a straight line, waiting for damage to be dealt. So he's probably a brainless target we could get. This Pyro here killed us earlier, so maybe we should kill him. Oh, the medic. You know, he's on 73%. He'll get Uber pretty quickly. Maybe we'll run at him. No, he's on the other side of the map. Oh, he turned around. That worried me. I didn't think the Cloak and... that boy was going to do that, to be honest. That medic now has 15%. It's a different medic. They have 2 medics. They have a quick fix boy and like a crit boy or something. I really want to get the medic that nearly has Uber, but instead I'm going to get this guy. He's, for the last like 30 seconds, just stood in a straight line and not done anything else. So I was pretty safe in my mind to decloak there. Hide in the corner and crouch. Typically, if people spy check around here, they won't spy check this tiny little corner if you're crouched. The flames tend to go over you. He's spy checking though, so we should shoot him 3 times. What I'm going to do is look for that medic. There he is. He's gonna Uber the medic. Okay. I'm gonna decloak like an idiot. That Pyro's gonna look at us, but I really want to get the medic pick. Where is he? Where did he go? I didn't think the Heavy was going to hide in the corner. Maybe he's a smarter player than I thought. That's a high-level move, is hiding in a corner, obviously. But he's in a corner, so the only way for us to kill him is to decloak and stab him from the top. Is that a spy? Is he still there? He's not. That surprised me, to be honest. Just bumping the cart quickly, by the way, to make sure it's keep getting pushed. That was a stupid decision. We ran around a corner undisguised. Now we're probably going to die to a Pyro. Yep. That was a highlight of a really bad idea, was I had no cloak and I was impatient, and instead of running to go get more cloak from like a pack or whatever, I was like, nah, there won't be anyone around the corner, it'll be good. And there was a pyro who immediately punished me for being there. Now there's 2 pyros. What joy. Medic, I would love a heal, my friend. I would just... Thank you. Very good soda poi, thank you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ignore those pyros and go around them this way. Let's have a little peek around the corner. There's the medic we want to kill. So we're going to decloak immediately because no one's looking at us and see if we can get a... Oh, trick stab there. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ah. Make some weird noises as we kill people. So yeah. That's the huge upside of the big gun is because you're faster, it means you can get more stuff done in a short amount of time. Say if you're being shot at by a minigun heavy, say that means you've got 5 seconds to live. With the speed boost, you can kill more people in those 5 seconds if you get to them. Well, that was unfortunate. I should have noticed that he was spamming that sight line and done something about it, but I didn't, unfortunately. Our heavy's probably going to get a kill here. He killed us with a crit. The soldier missed? Okay. So what happened there was the soldier was shooting our heavy, and I think he missed, hit the wall next to me, and because it was a crit, instantly killed us. Literally nothing like it. I could not have expected that. I thought he was competent enough to hit the heavy he was shooting at, but maybe because he fell off of the railing, he shot the wall below him, or something. Very rude. Let's check the window before we move. Nothing shooting it immediately, so we should go before someone starts. There's a huntsman, so yeah. Was going to stand on the railing, like I did before, but I avoided it, because then I would have died. Pyro's also super low, so we're going to get a kill on him. Missed a couple of times, that's alright. Quickly decloak to pick up the ammo. Remember that, the Cloak and Dagger was buffed a couple of years ago, so you can pick up ammo if you're undisguised, uncloaked. No, not undisguised, just uncloaked. So, I fell off of there. I didn't mean to. What I want to do here is just quickly grab the half ammo pack. Ooh, don't need to sap the teleport, I'll just run over the edge. Backstab you, jump on the top, sap it, and then get a corner stab? No? 2 shot him. Ooh, and we died, but that's not too bad. Using our gun there. I don't think I've gone for like another melee. He probably would have killed us with his swing. But because we were on top of the sentry gun, he probably couldn't physically melee us. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but like the engineer's wrench seems to prioritize buildings over friendly players, I think. Oh no, wait. I actually forget how it works. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me sometimes. I'm just an idiot, but at least in the engineer's head there was a spy on top of the sentry gun. I might as well whack the sentry. So that meant that I could shoot him. I don't want to go in melee range of a guy with his wrench out. I might as well shoot him, and I won, and now there's no sentry gun. But there is a teleporter going up, so I'm going to disguise as him. Pull a sniper back who just saw us, maybe? Maybe he didn't see us. Continue to do this cool little jump. Oh, he's taking mini crits, so I can just kill him with my my invis. Also there, remember to use... I said it before, but remember to use your invis as a dead ringer. Like, I was being shot at by the sentry. I didn't run away behind a corner. I continued running at it and cloaked. So it meant that while I was cloaking, eventually it stopped, and then I'd stop taking damage. And because I was cloaking, the sentry gun would shoot me for less anyway. Even if it continued to hit me for some reason. But I want to stay up in this little sniper nest here and try and kill people running into straight... What are you doing? Okay, so that's something you can't read. Sometimes players just do weird things, and you have no idea why. This team probably thinks it's safe because there's like a million red players around. Some players are just really weird. They just do things and you can't really predict it. There's an arrow being shot over there. Also, we took the health, but... I didn't expect a pyro just to sit and, like, walk and look at the ground and in the sniper nest. That was weird. You just gotta kind of be a little bit more reflexive to situations like that to avoid dying all the time, because you can't really predict everything. I don't know if there's a guy coming out to spawn here. He put the teleporters on there thinking he could use it as a dispenser trap. You actually have to use the dispenser for that. You can't use other buildings. It works with the dispenser because it's really tall. It does not work with the teleporter. That thing's short. Anyway, decent round. Got lots of points and a beer streak. Is this kill streak? This is kill streak. They're both kill streaks. So we had a 7k at some point. That's all right. Not bad for a pick loadout, really, where you expect to kind of die occasionally, but give it go on defense. We've been going for a little while. Upwards a long map, man. Ooh. I've forgotten how to do this jump, but there's a thing you can do to get up here. Oh, I just did it. Probably should have been cloaked while I was doing that. Normally I'm not cloaked when I'm doing that, because then I'll lose all of it and they'll see me bumping anyway, but yeah. Try to memorize what I did there. You jump like here. You see this little bump here? We probably can't because of compression, but this rock has a straight path and then a diagonal path here. You want to jump here, slide up it with your strafe keys, and then you can sit up here in the whatever you want to call it spot. You can call it the RAF spot if you want, maybe, but It's the rock place. Pyros in Highlander used to always check here, and because those pyros don't play anymore, no one does anymore. Basically the situation we're living in. And also I don't really know anyone anymore. I've kind of not really played the last 2 seasons, so I don't really know anyone, but I think everyone just gave up because everyone was playing Gunspy, so they all got lazy and stopped checking here. So you can use this spot again. What a wonderful world. Like fashion, spy checking kind of goes in waves of everyone knowing a spot, and then everyone forgetting about the spot and you being able to use it again. But what we're going to do is patiently wait to see if there's a pick. That medic doesn't have an Uber, so I'm not really troubled with him. This soldier could be troublesome. Oh, this heavy. Okay, this heavy is where we're gonna use up our spot. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get back up to this spot again, so no way they're gonna expect there to be a spy there. He's paying attention to an engineer to not use his headphones, so we could get him as well. I want to get this sentry, actually. I know I might die, but that sentry gun there is going to annoy our heavy a little bit, so just use a little bit of clever positioning here to try and circumvent the whole situation. What's this heavy doing? He's spy checking, but he's given up. Is he spy checking around him? He is, but he just has, so he's probably going to stop. There we go. A little pattern recognition. Actually worked out for the... I mean, it tends to work out, but sometimes it doesn't. I saw that he was checking only once every, like, couple of seconds, so I just went in the little inter period. This is the node guy from before. We think he's a good heavy because he likes his corners and he spy checks. So I'd like to kill him, just for fun, but let's see what he's doing. He's walking in a straight line. The moment he gets focused on something... He's on low HP. The moment he gets focused on something, I want to then murder him, because it'll stop him from turning around. Excuse me? My knife went into him. Oh. But yeah, that's the sentry gun issue. But what I wanted to do basically was wait for him to be distracted. People tend to stop spy checking if they're murdering someone else, especially with heavy. Like with soldier or demo, you can shoot, turn, shoot, turn. With heavy, you have to keep tracking, obviously. So what I tend to find is if a heavy's already tracking, like, you know, a soldier-medic combo or a sentry gun or something, they won't spy check. They don't tend to. It's a waste of their time a lot of the time because someone else will tend to kill the spy, but unfortunately we somehow missed our stab and there was a sentry gun here that killed us. And it's Fang. He's back for more. I'm going to sap it. Sometimes you don't want to sap stuff. Sometimes it's better to shoot it because the moment you sap something, the engineer gets a humongous message that says, beep, 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 my sentry's being sapped. That doesn't come up if you're shooting it. So if you don't want to alarm the engineer... just shoot it. They don't tend to really check the kill feed a lot of the time, so sometimes you can get away with a little bit more if you just destroy it. If you sap a teleporter, the engineer knows that you went into melee range to destroy it, so he knows there's a spy going somewhere. If you shoot it, and he doesn't check his kill feed, he might just assume like a soldier killed it or something. Not always the case, but... oh, we got crit. Oh, no, it's the Frontier Justice. Very good. That was like a bit of a bait. I don't think that sentry gun could have actually killed anything, so we died to it for no reason. But their team's not coming out of spawn, and I want to kill something. The kind of downside of this loadout right now is... there's no one to pick. Their team doesn't have any, like, significant targets, really. There's just people coming up to that top left constantly. So this is the time, really, you want maybe to switch off to, like, you know, the stock or something, so you can start to get a few more kills just to not be bored. I mean, the cart, really, is our major situation here. There's a vaccinator medic, there's a sentry. So what I want to do is I want to decloak around the corner. You didn't see that, did you? No one saw that, right? No? People don't seem to see the Cloak and Dagger. Like, you know, you get flashed, obviously, if you're low on cloak. People don't seem to notice. I don't know why, if it's like their graphics settings or what, but they just never seem to notice. So don't get too scared if you flash yourself on low cloak. Oh, the engineer's died, so we're actually gonna get the heavy in front of him. Now that sentry's down, we can do whatever we want. That sniper saw us kill someone, so he's gonna be on spy pick duty. But I'm gonna enforcer you down. Enforcer him. No worries. Pull out the old dead ringery situation to try not to die to stickies. You can take 2 stickies a lot of the time if you're cloaked and survive rather than taking 2 and instantly dying, which is what I did there. But yeah, we're going to try and keep this up. If we can avoid them pushing the cart, as I said, that's kind of what we want to do. Is that guy still running Vaccinator? I think he is. So the Vaccinator medic's also our duty because we're running the Enforcer and we can get him easily. Backstab or not. What are you doing? You're flanking, but you're going to die to our pyros. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just run down here and get some ground, get some positioning. This rock seems like a good little place. You don't tend to check on the rocks, do you? You tend to just check around them here. So the heavy is the good one. It's the Natasha one with no hats. And there's a spy over here who's given away our entire position. Teams, including me, to be honest, but teams tend to forget that teams can have multiple of one class. If they see a spy, they tend to forget that other spies can potentially exist. And, just assume that's where the spy is. I'm safe wherever I happen to be. I'm gonna run at you like an idiot. That's a bad idea. I was gonna butter knife him. That was a stupid idea. I'm an idiot. We died to the medic's sniper rifle. What I really wanted to do there was, the kind of Highlandery thing was, hey, there's no one defending the medic, so I'm gonna murder him. And then I remembered, what are you doing? Then I remembered that it's a pub. so the medic pick doesn't really matter that much. Like, there's no point in me dying and waiting 15 seconds for one medic pick with the vaccinator, who has, like, no charge. So that was silly. If that was Highlander, I would have definitely just shot the medic and given my life for it, but I lost motivation halfway through and missed all my shots. It's like something that genuinely happens, I think, quite a lot, is I'm like, wait, why am I shooting this guy? And then I'm gonna continue to shoot him, but I stop aiming, so it's a big issue. You're on the Razorback, so we can two-shot you. Well, we can't two-shot you anymore, I missed my first shot. Continue to miss, so, you know, there, you might think that the Enforcer is just a superb, amazing weapon, but if you miss the first shot, it's basically just a worse revolver. That's fine, though. I was also doing there, it was a very silly thing, was I was shooting the guy on 50 health, because, what, like, three Enforcer shots would have killed him, but not to worry, a Demo Knight showed up and one-shot us, because we're on 100 health. That's perfectly fine. But anyway, yeah, we're going to end the video there. Thanks for watching. I quite enjoyed this loadout, to be honest. I don't know if I'll use it that often. As I said, I think this is better with a Spicicle in this slot, just to kind of give you a bit more protection, so you can sit around for a bit longer. Or maybe the L'Étranger here instead, but you know, these two weapons together aren't really too bad. They do fit the pick playstyle of getting one pick and running around. So yeah, do maybe give it a go if you think it was interesting. But yeah, I'm going to end the video there for today. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.